Good evening and happy 13th. I got a special midnight. I got a special midnight stream tonight. Well, it's not really that special. It's another Lego set, but midnight streams are special and I wanted to do one because today we finally got a break from that ongoing heat wave we've been having, and I thought I'd celebrate with some more Lego. But the heat wave's going to start up again tomorrow, so for my Speed Champion set this week, I have another 2-pack. We're in the final stretch now. After tonight's stream, we will have 5 more 2-car episodes, and then we are done with the series. It's either 4 or 5. I've quite frankly lost count at this point, but we're getting close to the finish line. We've only got a few more of these Speed Champion streams left. Let's go over to the camera and I'll show you what I got tonight. This is the Jaguar Race Team 2-pack. We have the Formula E. Let's see, we have the Formula E. And then we also have the iPace eTrophy. So we'll be building these 2 cars tonight. Normally I try and build the more unusual, more unique car second. But I really am excited about this car. I'm actually going to build the Formula E first this time. So we're going to build this Formula E car first, and then we'll build the iPace eTrophy. Back of the box, standard Speed Champions back of the box here. You can see the 2 cars driving away, and then some photos of the real cars, and then what's that? Is that a Lego starting line I see in the picture? Interesting. The Gen 2 Speed Champions don't really do scenery. That was more of a Speed Champions Generation 1 thing. You know, I don't collect Generation 1. But when Generation 1 first transitioned to Generation 2, the very first 2 packs in that very first 2020 wave, those first 2 packs, this one and the Lamborghini set we'll be seeing soon, that's actually supposed to arrive in the mail on Monday. But UPS, I think, actually is delivering that one. But these first 2 sets came with starting lines. And then that was the end of scenery in Generation 2, which didn't really do scenery. So obviously I'm going to build that at the end of stream. It probably won't go in my race display just because I don't have room for the starting line. It'll probably go with the off display rotation sets and storage in my little Lego storage box. But we'll build it on stream, and it can be part of the final spread for the end of stream. So yeah, cars driving away, and here's photos of the 2 real cars. Okay. One more look at the front of the box. And of course, Jaguar. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into this. Let's go ahead and get the box open. The seal is broken. We're lifting the top flap to get to the contents inside. So let's see here. We have bag 2, bag 1. Bag 1 and 2 will be 1 car. Bag 5, you can see bag 5, and this very clearly looks like the parts that are going to make up the starting line. We'll do that last, it's kind of a bonus build, so we'll do that last. And then here's bag 4, and here's bag 3. And since I don't know which car is which yet, we'll take the other bags off shortly. And actually, let's put bag 2 on top so that can go off screen as well. There's a chassis piece in the bottom of the bag. Bottom of the box, I mean. So there's the stickers for the big car. Here's the chassis. There should be, yeah, there's the other sticker sheet. So here's the 2 sticker sheets. Both of them look very substantial, so we're going to be spending a lot of time on stickers tonight. And of course, the 2 instruction books. We don't use the regular instruction books, as you know. So we're going to build the Formula E first, so let's go ahead and pull up my PDF. There we go, there's our instructions. And I can actually stand to make the instructions a little bit bigger. I usually have them a little bit bigger. These are proportioned differently, so I made them smaller to try and make that little gray band. That gray band is unavoidable the way the studio is set up, but I can't do anything about it because of the way these instructions are proportioned. This one's going to appear okay as well, so we'll just have to make do with that gray band. There's nothing we can do about it. So let's go ahead and get started. So it looks like Formula E is meant to be the first car because it has the Book 1 logo on it. So this is bags 1 and 2. So we'll set bags 3 and 4 aside because they're the other car. And then we'll set bag 2 aside as well. And we're left with bag 1. So this is 2020, and also a non-standard build. So because this is a Formula E, not a standard shaped car. So looks like bag 1 is the base of the car, and then bag 2 is the surfacing. So let's go ahead and open bag 1. And this one, it looks like the chassis is for the other car, so I'll set that aside as well. And this is a 2-car set, which means only one of the drivers gets a wrench. So I do have at the ready our baggie of spare wrenches for when we get to the other driver. And this is the Formula E, so I need this sticker sheet. And this sticker sheet needs to be set aside. Pretty sure, yeah. So this sticker sheet, as you can see, has some Panasonic branding on it. Panasonic sponsored the Jaguar race team, as far as I can tell from the set. So let's open bag 1. I've talked for like 10 minutes. Wow, we're really blowing a lot of time. Let's get right into it. So bag 1 doesn't look like a terribly large number of pieces. We might be able to breeze through this first car. So we're going to build our first driver for tonight. We need to find his legs. He's got black legs. And he's got a really cool black and sky blue outfit that matches the color scheme of the car. I like the color scheme of this set. It's it's a striking color combination that you really don't see all that frequently. And sky blue, these 2 cars are the only sky blue. Actually, there's one of the Ford cars has a sky blue color scheme as well. We haven't seen that one yet. We haven't done that one. Okay, he looks cool. Like all Speed Champion drivers, our driver here has he has that confident smirk on his face that a lot of the speed drivers champions have. I like this confident look. We're going to go ahead and oh, I forgot to show off his outfit. So he has there's a logo on his back that I can't quite make out because of the tiny print. So the front of his jacket says Panasonic Jaguar on it. And then if we turn him around, there's also a logo on the back of his jacket. But I can't quite make out that text. It's so tiny. Oh, it just says Formula E. Okay. So based on the shape of the car, I would assume it's similar, but not the same as Formula 1. Well, I guess we'll have a better idea when we actually build it. So he'll sit here to watch his car be built, as we usually do. And the instructions show that this is the driver for the set who gets the wrench that actually came in the set. So we'll give him his wrench. And then he also gets a helmet, the standard Speed Champions black helmet. And he doesn't need the helmet yet because he doesn't have a car to drive yet, but we'll put that next to him. And let's go, now that the driver's ready to watch his car be built, let's go ahead and start putting the car together. And because this is Formula E and not a standard car structure, it looks like we'll be building the chassis custom. So that's what we're doing now. And this is the axle block piece that we're putting on, but in the very first year of Speed Champions, we didn't get the axle pins till the wheels, so I guess we're not putting those on yet. So we're going to set that aside because it's already time for our first assembly. Based on the little inset picture, this assembly is not symmetrical, meaning we can expect that this step we're going to do twice. In mirror, one for each side of the car. I would assume so, at least. I do really like this color scheme. So we have the Lamborghini 2-pack. That was the other 2020 2-pack that came with the starting line. We have the Ford 2-pack. We have the two June 2021 2-packs, which are Mercedes and Aston Martin. And after this, and then I think we're done. So we're very close to the end of the Speed Champion series. We only have like four more episodes after this. Excuse me. Yeah, this step shows us attaching this to one side, so we are definitely doing the same thing in reverse on the other side. So that goes on there like that. And now we're going to come over here. Yep, I called it. Speed Champions can be predictable at times because we've built so many of these. This is actually the 32nd and the 33rd car in my collection. There's 41 total Speed Champions Generation 2 cars. So, and all the rest of them are in 2-packs. So we're pretty much almost there. We're definitely on target to finish by the end of summer. And with 2 of the remaining 2-packs already somewhere in the mail system, we can make a summer finish happen for these. Hold on, I got a comment in chat, and I'm sitting far enough back from my computer screen. I have to get up to read it. Yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah. I think Brett came in to watch tonight. Usually he's streaming when I do these builds, so that's cool. Yeah. We have to do this step. Obviously, we're not gonna skip steps. So yeah, I checked my video count, and the last few Speed Champions episodes are gonna put me within 10 episodes of my 300th stream. So I have to figure out what I want to do for my milestone, because I've pretty much played through the game that I was doing for my milestones. That game series I've played through the part of the series that I have access to. Maybe I'll try and find the last couple games, but I don't think I want to do that for the 300th. Maybe another milestone. But there's lots of things. There's lots of ways to celebrate a 300th. I'm shooting for the anniversary stream, or not the anniversary, the milestone stream to be in September, because I don't really have a lot of content set up besides the Speed Champion streams right now. I need to come up with like a half dozen more episodes before I hit the milestone. So, plus I will most likely be away for a week in August. Um, so, so yeah, we'll most likely be doing the milestone stream in September. Okay, what's going on here? Okay, we need more of the black plates. So yeah, this piece pile didn't look as substantial as some of the other Speed Champions bags we've seen. Actually, the overall piece count for this set is, if you cut it in half, is smaller than a lot of the Speed Champions cards, and we have the side build at the end of this one that we don't usually get. So these cards, actually, I'm not gonna make assumptions about how quick these cards might go, because we do have these two substantial sticker sheets, and you know those slow me down. Alright, so we do have the smaller version of the chassis piece, which is still going to be in the center of the structure, it looks like. Like that. Okay, what's going on back here? We have the special divided panel. I've seen these in mechs for holding the minifigure legs in. And then we have a plate. Hold on. I did not line that up correctly. Let's fix that before it becomes an issue. There we go. It says I'm supposed to have plates as well. Yeah, I see where the plates go in. Okay, let's keep going. We have some more of the internal shaping layers being built here. Okay, what's going on over here? Okay, I think I see what we're doing here. I do have a couple game streams I'm working on trying to get set up. We'll see. We'll see when I can get those going. And I know it's been a little while since I worked on my outfit unlocks on Force Combat. Honestly, that game was frustrating me. I'm not, as you know, I'm not that good at fighters. And I was basically trying to brute force button mash because I'm just not good at those kind of games. But we'll revisit that game at some point when I need some mindless entertainment. When I just need to, beat stuff up. But sometimes you just gotta take out your aggression on pixel characters. As long as you're not taking out your aggression on real life flesh and blood characters, because that's just evil and wrong. But it's fine with pixel characters because they don't exist. We want to put that there. We have another one of those subdivided panels here. And I really don't know what the structure of this car is doing yet, because it doesn't really look like anything yet. And then this goes along here like this. And then we need these go here. So yeah, midnight streams are a format that I might start picking up some more of during the weekend, because I figured if I'm having so much sleep trouble anyway, I may as well be productive with the time, so why not stay up late and do a midnight stream once in a while? I don't want to make it the norm, though, because I don't want to permanently mess up my sleep patterns. I'm going to try and do at least one more Suno stream before we hit the milestone. Okay, it looks like we're getting our first stickers here. And in this step, we are applying our first hints of the Panasonic branding on the sides of the car. And these go on the side of these wedge bricks. So that's what the sticker looks like. Our first bit of the Panasonic branding. That will go here. And then we get another brick. I have to put the other sticker on this one. And I know when I do stickers, I usually go off camera. That's because stickers require some precision work, especially on the next car. The next car has a very distinctive logo that's done across multiple stickers, and I'm going to want that logo in particular to line up. So yeah, that's the sticker on the other side. I didn't get it quite as straight as the first side, but with all the angles of this car, it won't even be that noticeable. I think we're fine. Where are we putting that stud? I can't tell where we're putting that stud. It's really not obvious where we're supposed to. I think I see where it goes, but if I'm wrong, we can always fix it when it becomes a problem. And we get the steering wheel. We get the gray steering wheel this time. Usually in Speed Champions, we get the black steering wheel. And that just goes in the middle like that. And it looks like we're doing some more shaping for the front of the seating area. The precise shapings that they do for all the Speed Champions cars amazes me. Even though this is early Generation 2, when they first switched to this bigger format, it still amazes me. Oh yeah, so yeah, I forgot to put a stud on this side. Okay, let's go ahead and fill that in real quick. And now we will, that slope's supposed to line up with those. Let's go ahead and build this little bit of a surfacing for this side. And we're going to go ahead and stick this on over here. And that's supposed to line up like that. We're good to go there. And now we're going to set this main course section aside to do an assembly. It looks like this assembly is going to involve the other axle block. Okay, we have this, and we have one of these trans clear glidey pieces that we see sometimes on aircraft and spaceships and boats. You don't normally see these on cars. Maybe this car sits low to the ground. There's not a lot of the like the sky blue visible on this car yet. I think that all comes in back. There's not a lot of light blue left in my parts pile either. So I'm assuming all that will start to come out when we move into the second bag. We'll start to see more of the light blue. Okay, all right. This goes here. What's that? Okay. We got the stud with bar pieces, and it looks like they're supposed to rotate in at an angle like that. Okay, and this section attaches like this, and that stud is not lined up correctly. All right, I think that's a little better. And we have another plate here. And we have two more of those studs with bars. Okay. Okay. All right. And then we have double stacked studs going on here. And then this goes here. And we get to do some more stickers. But I want to... There's some brackets I want to get on there first. But that plate also needs to get in place. And now we need to find where the... Alright, I see where the brackets go. These are the little tiny 1x1 brackets. Okay, and now we can do the stickers that go on the sides of these little slope pieces. Now, because these stickers are black on black, it's bit and don't involve color blocking or any continuous patterns. These are a little bit easier to place. You saw how quickly, for example, that sticker went on. Now this one, if it just wants to line up. It's surprising how good I am with Lego, considering how naturally clumsy I am. Yeah, that sticker was off the edge of the piece. So yeah, you saw how quickly that first sticker went on. And this is just the matching sticker on the other side, but you can see how much trouble this one's giving me. Alright, I think we got it. We're ready to go. Okay. And then we get a tile. And this tile also gets a sticker. And I can't even see the detail of the sticker on the instruction sheet. Which sticker is this? Which way is the logo facing? I think the text is on the bottom edge. Maybe. I hope I line that up correctly. It was off the edge of the piece. Okay. I think, yeah, no, that sticker is definitely not placed good. I need to redo that one. I don't know what part of the car we're working on right now or how much exposure the sticker will have. So I need to at least have it look, it doesn't need to be perfect, but it needs to be passable. And the way I had it that first time was not passable. That's much better, still not perfect, but I think we'll be fine. It's the other car I'm a little more concerned about the stickers tonight, so let's just keep going at this point. Then we get a slope like that. Okay, and this goes... Okay, so this Jaguar logo is kind of exposed, and we're going to build one for the other side now. This 2-pack represents the only representation of the Jaguar car company in Speed Champions Generation 2. Since I'm not collecting Generation 1, I have no idea if they had any representation back then. But I'm not planning to continue on with the Generation 1 sets. They don't look as good, and at the smaller scale, those cars don't look nearly as good or unique. They just look like glorified city cars. And given that all those sets are long retired, pretty much all of them have markups. I'm not dealing with that. It was the markups on the retired sets from Generation 2 were bad enough, so there's no need to go to, there's no need to go and collect those. I want to move on to other Lego sets that I like once I finish the series. So yeah, these are the only two Jaguars in my Lego car collection. That'll go there. And now we have a big sticker going onto this big curved slope piece. Interesting. This is a huge bulky sticker, which has a lot of corporate sponsorships on it, it looks like. It's got like the big one, Panasonic one. It's got ABB, uh, and then some smaller Julius Baer maybe, and some smaller logos that I can't quite make out. But that's what this big sticker looks like with all the corporate sponsors on it. And this one will attach here. Is it supposed to? Did I miss something? Alright, I can't tell. Oh, yeah, I definitely missed something. You're supposed to put this plate on the bottom of the curved slope and then attach it to the body of the car. Now it makes sense. Okay. So this is what we have so far, and it's time for bag 2. With this being a car from the first from the first year of Generation 2, the wheels and the tires are still separate. So we're going to have to set them aside so that they don't keep rolling around on us. We need to find 4 wheels and 4 tires and set them to the side of the table. And there's a little baggie of wheel covers as well, so this set's going to use the regular wheel covers. We will set that aside. We'll open that when we need it. And it's Formula E, so we don't have a canopy piece. Let's go ahead and open this other bag. And yeah, there's a lot more light blue going on in this bag, but we can start to see the light blue coming through the black now. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. This bag is starting with an assembly. And it doesn't look like the piece pile for bag 2 is particularly substantial, so we should be able to breeze through the rest of this car. And then we have some panels doing something interesting here. And we get stickers. Okay. What stickers are these? And I think these stickers are meant to be placed. Oh yeah, because it shows us flipping that around. So yeah, so the panels go facing down. So we want to, in this step of replacing the stickers, we want to place the stickers upside down. So when we turn this piece around, the stickers will be facing the right way. So Speed Champions Generation 2 has currently a total of 3 Formula Ones, and this is the closest thing we have to a fourth Formula One, but it's a Formula E, so it's not exactly the same. But they're relatively similar in shape. This is the only Formula E in the line. So that's what that little logo looks like. And actually from the camera I can tell that I put it a little crooked. But this is a tiny back detail, so I don't think it'll be noticeable. Let's just keep going. Yeah, I can't tell what the instructions are. Oh, I see what the instructions are doing. I figured it out. Let's keep going. Oh, I see. That's some clever stud reversal to build this assembly. I had to think about that for a moment, but I figured it out. I'm going to try and get a small Lego set, like very small Lego set, to be part of the 300th episode, because Lego's been a big part of my channel the past year and a half or so. But I want the 300th episode to be a celebration of my channel as a whole, so it's not going to be focused on Lego. Where I don't want to. I don't want that episode to be a. I want that episode to be kind of a return to the variety shows I used to do a couple years ago, before the move. Those are harder to put on because I have to plan multiple things to do one of those episodes. And then I have to set up a lot of things in advance. I used to do them semi-regularly, but it's been... I think the last thing you could call a variety show on this channel, not counting that random Father's Day episode I did a few weeks ago. That was that random episode I did, but the I think the closest thing you could call a variety episode I've done recently would be the Christmas episode, and that's actually not all that recent. Hard to believe that's over half a year ago now. So yeah, I gotta think of some fun stuff to do. I don't have my old kazoo anymore, which is why I wanted to test for singing streams. So I'll probably I figured out a way to kind of do the karaoke. I'm still testing it though, but I may sing a couple songs on the anniversary stream, but it's not gonna be. I called it an anniversary again. It's a milestone, not an anniversary. My stream anniversary is in March. Uh, that section is not secure at all. We need to put something over that to hold it in place. But first, a sticker. Which sticker is this one? Okay, this sticker is like a racing stripe down the surface of the slope. So it needs to be centered. Even though it doesn't match up with anything, it still needs to be straight and center in order to look good. Because this sticker is going to be prominent in the final appearance of the car. It's not like those little tiny logos we were placing before. So I don't want it to be crooked. Maybe if I start from the other end, I'll have better luck. Okay. Not perfect, but it's good enough. There's our racing stripe. And I'm going to stick it down on here. Like this. Okay, what's going on here? I think I see what we're doing here. Let's make sure these two studs are straight. And then we got some tile work going. And some wedges. Wedge plates to be specific. Alright, so we're starting to fill in the sky blue portions of this car. So this car looks like is black with sky blue accents, and the other car is sky blue with black accents. So that goes there. And then we need this piece to go here. And wow, there's a lot going on in this step. Lots of little pieces going on in this step. Then we get a black tile here. Now we gotta do the other side. And then we need to find those two pieces again. Here's one. Here's the other. these will go here. And then we still need to find these wedge pieces. Okay, that's set. Let's go on. So we have these quarter round tiles going over the studs on the sides here, right next to the Panasonic logo. Like this. And we're starting to see some more of the color highlighting coming together now. And then we have these like half arch pieces that we need to put on. There should be one more of those. There it is. And we have some more of the side stickered pieces. Now these do look like they have some color blocking going on, so I'm going to do my best to line up the sticker to the edge of the piece. Color blocking on sticker can be frustrating to line up because the stickers are cut with margins to the edge of the piece, so you can't always get the sticker to line up all the way correctly. But there we go. I think I got it pretty good on that side. For a reference, that's the piece we just put on with the sticker. You can see I got the black to match up pretty good. So now we're going to take the other slope and I'll put on the matching sticker for this side. And I will once again try and line up that black corner with the corner of the piece so that we don't have any gap into the black area of the car. I mean, I've done many Speed Champions cars with much more difficult color blocking stickers. This is child's play. There. Pretty good on this side too. Again, this is the sticker we just put on right there. So let's move on. We did pretty well that step. And we have another sticker coming up this piece, going onto this tile here. And this tile also looks like it has a little bit of color blocking. So I will try and line up the black with the edge of the tile. And it looks like that's not actually going to line up with anything in particular other than the back end here. So plus, considering that's a back end, the way my garage is set up, you can't even see the backs of the cars anyway. My cars are positioned in the garage front out. So it was the only way to maximize the space available and be able to fit all the cars available in the space I have available for them. So hold on, something's not lining up correctly. I used the wrong piece here, that's all. Now I can put this on correctly, like that. And we'll do that again for the other side. We're about to hit the hour mark, and we're almost done with the first car. So we're actually making pretty good time right now. Oh, I used that wrong piece again. That's all right. Let me put the sticker on, and then I'll go back and find the correct piece and finish this little bit. Okay, we actually want to use this piece, and then of course we do the little 1x1 bracket thing with the cheese slope. Okay, that's on. And now we're putting on 2 tail fins. Okay, how exactly do these attach? Okay, those go on the bars there. Okay, so they're actually pointing backwards like this. These stickers actually look pretty cool. That's what they look like. They have a little Jaguar logo and then some striping on them. Or I should say patterning. And this will clip in here. And then we do one for the other side. Hold on a second. What are those pieces even doing? Okay. I think I see. So it's supposed to face that way to go. All right. Sometimes the instructions aren't always showing the action from a clear angle. They do the best they can. But yeah, this is supposed to go in opposition to the other one. And then these full angle down like that. Okay. So it looks like we're going to start stickering up another slope now. And this slope is going to have stickers on three sides. Oh, I see what the stickers are doing right here. This is a cool one. Let me go ahead and put them on. So we got the racing stripe. And actually, let me put this onto the car so I can make sure this racing stripe lines up with the other. And then I'll take it off to put on the 2 side stickers. But I want to make sure the racing stripe itself is lined up as smoothly as possible. Yeah, no, that's not going to fly. When you have two stickers that need to line up precisely, you really need to have the 2 pieces next to each other when you're putting the stickers on. But it wasn't time to put this piece on the build yet, so I can understand why that wasn't the case here. So there's some gapping there. Of course, there was no reason to anticipate that there would have to be some alignment there, but it's not perfect, but it's definitely good enough, especially considering that this is going to be facing away from the viewer in the way I have my arrangement. Now I'll pop that piece off to do these really interesting side stickers. And then after that, there's only like 3 stickers left on the sheet, if I counted correctly. One of the stickers might actually be a multi-parter, though. That's off the edge of the piece. So this is cool what this piece is doing with the side stickers. I'll show you when I get this other one on. So yeah, it's got this really cool Jaguar logo on the side, and it's got it on both sides. And now we're gonna pop this piece back on, and we will continue with the build. And this goes. Okay. Did I miss something? Oh yeah, I missed that little cheese slope I'm supposed to put on top of the other piece. No biggie, we'll just fix that up right now. And now, when I pop this one here, it will align with the rest of it. And that creates the back of the seat for the driver. And we have two more little stickers on two more little slopes for this step. And the color blocking here doesn't really connect to anything, so I'm not going to worry too much about these. The only thing that matters with these is they're straight and relatively centered. Because these are part of the design that'll be bit visible from the front. So these stickers matter a little more, and I just scratched the sticker trying to align it. Let's try and get it a little better. Okay, so this sticker will go here, or I should say that piece will go there, and then I need to make its twin. So where's the other little slope? There it is. And the sticker sheet for this car is almost used up. Okay, so that's what those two little stickers look like on the front of those slopes. And now it looks like we're putting together a wheel arch. And I assume we'll be doing another wheel arch for the other side, because this is a part of the car that's always symmetric. Yeah. And this connects across the two slope pieces like this. Let's make sure, make sure both sides are secure. Okay, so that's cool how that all shapes together. We'll do one for the other side now. Okay, so those stickers that we just put on those front slopes do in fact align with some color blocking. So let me just look at those stickers again and make sure I don't need to adjust them. But yeah, that makes the front of the car much more structurally secure, adding in those two wheel arch assemblies. Okay, that's what the stickers look like. One sticker's a little tiny, teeny bit off, but I don't think it's that terribly noticeable. Let's keep going. If it bothers me, if I end up putting it in the garage and it bothers me, I'll just fix it later. So it looks like with this step, we're covering over the last little bits of the light gray that are visible from the structure. Like this, and like this. And then we go here. And then we're supposed to put in another cheese slope in front of the clips, or I should say behind the clips, because the clips are more forward on the car. And then we have some quarter round tiles, and yeah, it says we're supposed to put the bar piece in like this. I'm trying to make sure I would need that to be a little more centered. And then we have a little bit of tiling with quarter rounds. Yeah. I think this is my first Speed Champions Midnight stream. I also think that after I finish all the last 2-pack, when I have all 41 of the cars, I think we're going to do a tier list and mega review where I'll take like 2 minutes and review each car and rank them. And then we have this flex piece. So it looks like, you know what this is doing? We see this on the Formula One cars. This is what I think my brother said it's called a halo, which is what Formula Ones have instead of a canopy. So we use this flex piece, bend it into shape like that, and this is supposed to bend. So in other words, the seating area is just like the Formula One cars, even though this is Formula E. But I'm actually going to flip this around. Actually, it doesn't matter, does it? Yeah, we want to be. Yeah, if we put these mold holes forward, then when the halo comes down, the mold holes won't be visible. I'm not even gonna try to show that on camera because it's a very tiny detail that you guys won't be able to see. So now it's time to put the wheels together, and then we'll be done with this car. So because the wheel covers are a separate bag, I'm gonna go ahead and put the tires on these wheels, and then we'll put the pins in as I attach them. Did it tell me to put those on backwards? I think it told me to put those stickers on backwards. Okay, quick fix here. Because those, let me finish putting the tires in. And then I'll fix these tail pieces. Either I read them incorrectly or there was a misprint on the page where we add the stickers. Either way, the tail fins are pointing the opposite direction from the way I have them on. So let's, and of course the whole section came off. So let's flip these two tail pieces around so that they're in the correct orientation. And I also didn't have them snapped in all the way apparently as well. So yeah, so now the tail pieces are in the correct orientation, and I can finish working on these wheels. We have here the multi-spoke wheel covers, not the pentagon ones. And there's still some stickers left on the sheet, but if we're putting the wheels on, I have no idea what those stickers are for. We're not using the pentagons, so let's put them back into the baggie for now. And let's go ahead and attach the wheel covers and the wheel pins and get these wheels attached. So that's what the wheel looks like. I can't get the light to hit this one correctly, unfortunately. Let me try from this hand. Yeah, if I do it like this, you can see the patterning there. So a very basic multi-spoked wheel. I'll go ahead and start attaching. I put that pin in backwards, which is not how you want to do it. And these I'll set aside until I need them later. Well, I won't need them later, but I'll set them aside until cleanup. Alright, one more wheel. And we are done with the first car. We're at about the hour-and-a-quarter mark. But because I talked for 10 minutes at the beginning of the stream, we're really just over an hour into this build. So here is another look at our Jaguar Panasonic Jaguar Formula E. Side, front, back. Doesn't seem to be as detailed from the back as some of the cars, but this was first year Gen 2, so they had just switched to the bigger size. I'm sure the designers were still getting used to the new build techniques. We still have this big, massive sticker on the sticker sheet. So I'm not going to toss the sticker sheet just yet. That might actually represent a part of the starting gate. Which is funny that's not on the other sticker sheet if it's so, because that sticker sheet is for the instruction book that actually has the starting gate in it. So let's I gotta get some water, man. We'll take a very quick bio break. Here's another look at the driver of the Formula E car. And I will be back in about 1 to 2 minutes so we can get on with the other car. In the meantime, enjoy this view of the Panasonic Jaguar Formula E. I'll be back in a moment. Okay, I'm back, so let's go ahead and get on with the second car. Okay, I'm back. All right, so we finished the Panasonic Formula E Jaguar. So now we have the Jaguar iPace eTrophy. Let's get our instructions back up. I'll pull out the other instruction sheet. You can see this one is also a very substantial sticker sheet and it has this logo pattern across 3 stickers that needs to be lined up perfectly. Also some black striping that needs to be lined up as well as I can, so let's get it on with it. So yeah, a fairly standard build for this one for first year instead of back first, and then the front, which is the normal. This one's starting with the base of the car and then the top of the car, which is how the first year Speed Champions did it. And then of course the starting line. What number was that sticker? 19. Yeah. So yeah, this sticker is actually a multi-part sticker. I'm sure it has to do with the starting line. So yeah, we need bag 3 in the chassis. We're going to take this car off the table for a bit. And we need bag 3. Now bag 3 looks fairly substantial. This car is probably a more substantial build than the other car. Oh, before I forget, as you can see from the picture, this is the second driver. And in 2-packs, Lego has the 2 drivers share a wrench. So I'm going into my baggie of spare wrenches to pull out one for this driver. As you can see, there are now only 4 wrenches left in the baggie. One for each of the remaining 2-packs we still have to build in the series. 8 more cars. The finish line is after tonight, I mean. 9 more cars right now from this moment. We haven't started the second car for tonight, but 8 more cars after tonight. The finish line is in sight. We need to build the driver. The driver has a white helmet this time to match her white outfit. You can see the Speed Champions tradition of 2-packs having 1 male and 1 female driver continues on with this set as well. I like consistent traditions like that. And it's cool that even though in the single pack cars there was only one with a girl driver through the first 4 years of Generation 2 Speed Champions, only one of the single pack cars had a girl driver. But this year, I think there's like 4. So yeah, it's cool that they're trying to fix that. So there's a white helmet for her. Now let's find her minifigure parts and get our driver together. Where's the legs? I saw the legs as I was opening the bag. Okay, where are the legs? The legs are white legs, which should stand out in this pile because there's not a lot of white pieces in this pile. Did I not take out the legs? Did the legs get stuck in the bag? Doesn't look like it. Seriously, where are the white legs? They fell on the ground. I didn't even see anything fall on the ground as I emptied the bags. That's alright. Let's get the legs on, and then we can get her head on. Like most Speed Champions drivers, she has a confident smirk kind of thing going on. Let's make sure that the face is straight. And this hairpiece doesn't even obscure the back of the jacket like a lot of the girl hairs do, which is good. So here's our driver. She's got a cute hairstyle, and there's some serious glare on the camera right now. But yeah, it's the front of the jacket is just a white racing uniform with some black and sky blue patterning on it. Not black, dark gray. And then on the back, it's very tiny print, but it says Jaguar iPace eTrophy. All right, one more look from the front. And let's go ahead and she can sit with her friend and watch, or friend, teammate, whatever you want to call them, coworker, and they can watch the second car be built together, like I usually do with the 2-packs. 2 helmets, 2 wrenches sitting by them. Let's begin. We start with the chassis piece. We have the standard car chassis piece for this car. And it looks like we're starting by putting these plates along the corners of the underside. Some fancy car people call it the undercarriage. But I think underside is works just as well. And now we're putting some bracketing. Let's see, these are 1x1 brackets. And they go where we just, over the corners where we just placed the studs on the undercarriage. There, you got me saying it now. There we go. So that goes in there. And then we get another gray stud. I said stud, I meant plate. The 1x1s, when they're round, I tend to call them studs. Thank the Lego games for that, but when they're square, I just call them plates because that's the actual terminology. And then we need these pieces are interesting because they're half plate, half tile. They can't decide what they want to be. Okay, it looks like right off the bat we're starting with some of the siding of the car. And our first two pieces of stickering. Alright, give me a moment to get these stickers applied. The main thing about these stickers is there's a black stripe running along the bottom that needs to line up as best as I can do it. And the stripe does taper off, so if anything's going to go next to this, it doesn't really matter because it won't have to line up with the stripe. Hey, not bad. Let's get this attached and then I'll show you. So our first little bit of the side of the car. I think I matched that stripe pretty well. Okay, now I have to build one of those for the other side of the car. Okay, Give me a moment to get the stickers put on. Wow, that almost went off. This is unusually early to be getting into the siding of the car. But this is early wave stuff too, so I'm sure we'll see a few surprises with this build. Okay, it's not quite as perfectly as I did the other side. There is a noticeable gap, and I just yeeted the whole chassis onto the floor. Oh wow, that was a disaster. Did I lose my instruction book with that? Because while getting up to, but there you can see there's a gap in the stripe on that side. It's not that huge a deal though. Can I make it a little better? I don't think that gap's not big enough to make it worth the effort of going back and trying to make those better. This car looks like a substantial build, and you'll remember this set has a third build we do when we finish the car, so let's just go on. It looks like the instructions are running. Basically, when I got up to pick up the chassis, my arm brushed across against the power button for my monitor, and I have my external hard drives hooked up to the monitor, and my instructions are stored on one of those hard drives. However, when I load the PDFs, I load them in the browser. So yeah, with the PDFs open in the browser, it's entirely possible that browser memory ensures that we didn't lose access to my instructions that I'm in the middle of. And if we did, well, we can always reload them. So these line up with the sides as well. And then we go back to the bottom of the chassis, and we have some more funky stuff going on. This goes across here. And then these go across here. It looks like we're starting to build up the shaping for the side of the car now. And we're going to do our first assembly for this car, it looks like. So let's go ahead and start putting this together. So it looks like this is the first of the axle blocks we're putting on together now. So yeah, let's get this on. And then we get another plate stacked on top of that. Oh, that's a tile. We want plates. Okay, so this goes here. And then we need this to go here. And then we need, yeah, full plate for this one. That will go there. And then we're supposed to turn it upside down, it looks like. And attach it to the car upside down. And then it looks like we take the other axle block and attach it on this end of the car like that. So we have here this white piece. We'll come back to the white piece in a minute. Let's get these, I want to get these black corner plates on so I can get them out of the piece pool. I don't like having too much black in the piece pool at once because it makes it difficult to find pieces. So it looks like we're going to have these two yellow clipped pieces pointing up according to the next step. So I'm just going to put them in that way. And then this section will go in here. And then we have some more corner plates. And we're starting to build up the layering and structuring that will eventually lead to the shape of the car. Okay, there we go. Okay, that's on. All right, now this step. Okay, this piece goes in the middle here. Okay. I hope I'm doing this right. So we have here, this goes over here, and then we get the joystick piece, classic Lego joystick piece, which looks like it's supposed to go here. Let me see if I can line this up straight. I can't even get it to stay in the stud. Let's get it secure in the stud first, and then I will try and line it up appropriately. Rotate it into position. It's not going so well here. Okay, I think I got it. I'm not going to play with it too much. I'm just going to leave it be now that it's in there. And then we just got to put these 2 plates on, and we can go on to the next page. And boom, I messed with it because it was slightly off, and now it's all the way off again. These joystick pieces were always loose for me. Okay, leave it, don't play with it. Leave it, don't play with it. I want to leave it pointing a little bit up though. Okay, so we're going to start with the wheel arches. Looks like we have to add a couple plates. This will go over here. And then we'll take another wheel arch, put on the 2 little 1x1 plates, and put it on the other side. And that piece just yeeted off the table as I was trying to pick it up. At least once per stream, but I think that was already 3 or 4 times this stream. We lost the whole chassis. We lost the legs. But we got it. Let's keep going. That just means I'm getting a little tired. What are the consequences of deciding to do a 3-hour build at midnight? But I'm feeling great. I'm going to stay up long enough to clean up and process the video. And by that I mean clean up my build area and process the video. I don't actually edit the videos before I upload them. I have 2 past stream episodes from before the move where we're not going to get into it, but yeah. That have big, huge gaps where I was interrupted without warning for drop everything and come running favor requests. Luckily, they don't really do that in this place. It's get to it today. It's not get to it right now in this place, which is good because the other way of doing things was obnoxious. Here, I generally get left alone when I say I'm going to stream. Sometimes there's an argument beforehand if they want the TV, but for the most part, I can stream whenever I want, assuming I give a few TV days per week. Okay, I'm trying to see how everything's lining up in this step, because we're doing a lot of tiling, it looks like. It's interesting how many of these tiles are pointing towards the inside, because we haven't really built up the sides of the car yet. Could just be a layering technique. So yeah. So the takeaway from that little rant is I don't edit my episodes before I upload them. We have this this bigger plate here. It's a 4x6. And this goes, I think, here. That looks about right. And then we get this plate that goes in here. And then this goes in here. So yeah, we're layering in order to build structure right now. And it looks like we are going to... Okay, we have some stickers that need to be lined up here. So I need to tread carefully here. Let's put these 2 bricks on first. That's 26 and 30. Oh boy, we're getting into half of the big logo. I hope I can do it justice. So the big logo is a Jaguar that appears to be jumping out of the wheel arch. I think I lined up these first 2 stickers pretty effectively. When it comes time to add that 3rd sticker, I just hope I can do it justice. Looks like we're filling in some more structural blocking now, so it's not time yet to do those 2 stickers on the other side, it looks like. So yeah, these bricks are here to fill in some gaps in the layering and fill in the internal structure. The more recent years of Speed Champions Gen 2 do these interior sections a little more elegantly than solid layers of bricks. But we've seen this in a few of the older Gen 2 cars. This isn't a surprise to me. So now we'll put those 2 bricks on and do those first 2 little stickers on this side. Oh no, I think I damaged that sticker trying to realign it. Shoot. And this is the big logo that we're talking about, so it will be noticeable. Maybe not from the way it's positioned in the garage, though. Okay. It's not quite as solid as the 2 stickers on the other side. You can kind of see the scratch where I accidentally scratched the sticker. So it looks like we're supposed to put 2 little bricks here. And then some plates. And then there's something else going on here. 1 big gray plate for some layering, it looks like. And it looks like we're going to do we're going to start assembling part of the base of the front of the car now. And we get those cool wedge plates that are good for giving things shape. And there's quarter tiles. Which way are the quarter tiles pointing? Okay, and this section will looks like I'm supposed to attach this under the car like that, I think. And now we're going to do the front wheel arches, it looks like. Okay, 1 more of those. Oh, I didn't push that plate on. That plate isn't pushed all the way in, and it will be a problem if I don't fix it. There we go. Some more layering of plates. Interesting bit of layering here. We get these 2 brackets on the side of this brick that just goes across the part of the structure we've already started assembling right onto some of the tiles we placed earlier. So we do have some interesting layering effects going on here. Yeah, everything appears to be flush and straight, so we can go on. Okay, we get the tile, and then we get, it's hard to get my finger in there. It should have asked us. This car also has a gray steering wheel, unlike the black ones that Speed Champions usually uses. And there you can see it on the inside. The interior for this car looks a little bit more cramped than the interiors for most of the standard shaped cars, but we'll see how it goes. We'll put these go here, and it looks looks like we're gonna it would help if I snapped everything in all the way. We're almost done with the first bag on this car. So pretty soon we'll really start to see some detail come forward on this car. Oh, okay, that's really interesting. I'll show you in a moment once I get all the... sorry. A piece almost went off the table. I caught it, and then I turned it over so it wouldn't roll anymore. This wedge plate, this light blue wedge plate, where did I see it? No, I was mistaken, I think. Yeah. I thought I saw printing, but it's really just the anti-stud area where the piece clips to the other. But because that little gap was in front of black, my eyes misinterpreted it as side printing. But no, that's not what's going on here. I got confused for a moment. That's all that was. Okay, so these sections that we're building up here are leaving huge gaps in the front of the car. So obviously, when we start bag 2, there's going to be an assembly to fill those gaps. I'd say bag 1, but there don't appear to be enough pieces left here to finish up those that's area. So this will go on here on this side, and those two little front wedge angled bits aren't secure yet. Hopefully this assembly will help to secure them. If I put that on, yeah. So yeah, this step does in fact secure those angled bits we just put on the front. We still have this big huge gap in the front of the car that doesn't yet look like the front of a car. You can see here the studs on the clips. I'm sure that's gonna have something to do with whatever we're gonna put in there. Okay, I'm not sure what's going on here. Okay, I see. I think it's supposed to be attached in like that. We have these little wing pieces. sometimes used for banners as well. But mostly I've seen these pieces on aircraft. And they're supposed to be folded down a little bit at a very shallow angle. Okay, how is this even supposed to go in? Okay, I need to, my eyes are straining right now to see how this even goes in. Okay, so it's supposed to go in front like that. Okay, so we're filling the gap. And then this piece goes upside down along the length to hold the whole section together, maybe. So this lines up with this, and then in one motion, because otherwise it's going to fall off, we're supposed to attach this piece here, and that holds those in place. But I had these at the incorrect angle, I think. They're supposed to slope down, right? Yeah, I can't tell exactly what angle these are supposed to be at, but yeah. I was looking at the car upside down. So yeah. We just filled in some of those gaps there with that assembly. There's also an interesting parts usage going on with all that. Now it looks like we're building another structural internal bit, as evidenced by this big red brick. This gets the tile, and the tile needs to get a sticker which way is up. But yeah, the sticker is the front grille. The problem is the logo is so tiny, I can't tell which way it's supposed to face. I'm going to take my chances. I hope I'm facing it correctly. And it's a black sticker, so I don't know why it's a dark gray tile. I don't know why they didn't just give us a black tile for this sticker to put the sticker on. But let me see if I can. This piece, because the sticker represents the front grille, I have to make sure this sticker is straight. I think that came out pretty good. So there's the sticker. And once we put it into the car, like this, that's what it looks like attached to the front of the car. And with those gaps filled, it actually looks like the front of a car. It's kind of interesting how that upside down arch piece lines that. So now, yeah, we're going to go into bag 4. Let's do this. A few minutes ago, we passed the 2-hour mark of stream. And here's the wheel covers. I will set those aside until we need them. Canopy and windscreen set aside. Tires and wheels set aside. We don't want a repeat of the Pagani incident, so That's why I always set the wheels and tires aside when I open the second bag of the car. And then we have this other little bag. Okay, let's go ahead and get on with the rest of the car now. So we have the base of the car. We can start to see it coming together. But this bag is where we're going to turn it into its uniqueness. Okay, so it looks like we're doing an interesting bit of shaping with these tiles and plates. I'm not sure if this is surface detail, which is why it's so unusually shaped, or if this is just layering. But it's got some tiling, so at least part of it, I think, is shaping. And now it looks like we're adding some more layers. So maybe that was an incorrect or only partially correct prediction. And then we have some wedges going on as well. That fill in where the tiles leave off. Clever. Okay. Cheese slopes. And a tile here. So yeah, given the way that this section is coming together, this is definitely some kind of surface assembly. There's just too much smoothing and finished off edges here to be an internal structure. And then we need that tile. It goes across like this. Okay. And it's a good thing we're in the 4th of 5 bags here, because my vision is starting to do that blurry thing it does that I talked about on the last stream, so I should be able to finish though. But it's getting harder to see the instructions, so I may have to stand up for certain steps to take a closer look at my screen. Okay, which sticker do I need to put in there? 21 sticker. So yeah, this sticker is just the eTrophy logo, and it looks like, based on the instructions, we're building up the detail surface for the back end of the car. And that sticker is not aligned at all. Sticker's supposed to be in alignment. The black spot on the sticker is supposed to be line up with them. Not quite. Okay, so that's what it looks like. That sticker is centered on the tile, so even though the patterning doesn't look like it's centered, perhaps it's supposed to be like that. And then this whole thing will attach to those studs on the back of the car, like this. If I can get it to attach. There we go. That's the back of the car. Okay. We have some trans red tiles. No. Not tiles, plates. Trans red plates representing part of the taillight setup. And then here we're going to do, we have a bracket piece, and then a plate. And then a tile, and then a sticker on the tile. And this sticker is supposed to line up with the design on the other sticker. So let me I don't know what's going on there. Oh, there's also these two other pieces that need to get attached next to that. Now let me get the sticker out. I wanted to put this little tile on first because it looks like this sticker is supposed to line up with the other one that we put on a little bit ago. So yeah, this is just a little tiny Jaguar silhouette logo. But yeah, the little black rectangle is supposed to line up with the other one. So it's not too terrible, but there is some gapping. That's what the two stickers look like together. You can see the silhouetted Jaguar logo. Maybe you can't because it's too tiny, but let's keep going. Okay, what's going on here? Okay. see if I can get a little closer to my screen so I don't have to strain my eyes as much. So we got these big side brackets now. Okay, so now we do some... Alright, so now we do some tiling and paneling here to build up the sides of the car. And then we immediately get to put some stickers along the length. So let's see if I can get these to line up well. So this goes on the bracket like that. And then we start with, okay. So here's where we're going to bring in the rest of the Jaguar logo. And with it, some striping for the side of the car as well. So I have to line up against two angles without leaving too many gaps, which means centering the stickers on the pieces so as not to leave those gaps. Because if the pieces are centered, then the gap on either side is going to be less than it would be if I pushed it all the way one way. The problem here, of course, is the stripe on the bottom, which has to be divided against multiple pieces. Yeah, there is no way to do this and make it look good. The best we can hope for is not looking terrible. The way the stickers are designed, there's just too many gaps in the stripe. But we do what we can. You see what I mean about it's impossible to line up the stripe without big gaps between the stickers. But I don't think it looks terrible. At least I got the top edge smooth. And the Jaguar looks pretty good. My main goal is making sure that the Jaguar look good. So I assume we're going to do the same 4 pieces and stickers on the other side. That was a correct assumption. So let's go ahead. Let me go ahead and do this. And now I'm going to start with the stickers. Even though the striping has some ugly gaps in it, this is overall a pretty livery. I'm just trying to make it so that the gaps don't look too terrible. Because yeah, if I line it up such that the bottom edge of the sticker matches with the black plate below, that will also minimize the gapping. And I do that pretty well on the other side for the most part. So there's that side completed. And with the sides of the car completed, now we can focus on building up the details for the top of the car. Starting with what looks to be some tiling bits going on. So it looks like we're going to do some round tiles, some quarter rounds in 2 sizes to layer over the tail light plates. Let's make sure that they line up smoothly as best we can. And then we get some plates and curved slopes. Starting to so we're starting to smoothen off the back of the car here. Okay. We have some more layering to go, it looks like. And we have the back windscreen going on. But let's get these 2 bricks in first. And then we have the smaller back windscreen going back here. And then 2 slopes on top of that, or next to that. And then we get some tinted trans bricks going around the back side of the car like this. Be interesting to see how this develops. Then there's a tile. And that tile has a sticker. I'm not sure what the sticker is meant to represent, but it does look like it has some color blocking on it. I think I'm just going to try to center the sticker because I have no idea what the shapes on it represent. And then there's another sticker with a little tiny stripe that goes over this tile. Oh, that's a tile I haven't even pulled from the parts pile yet. Well, let's get this on and then I can see if this is supposed to line up with anything. I'm sure it's supposed to line up with that sticker. So that's totally not straight. It totally looks bad. Oh, so that's what that step did. That patterning you can see above the back windscreen. All this mess over here. I'm not sure what that's supposed to represent because that's some weird shaping going on there with the color blocks. Let's get these two tiles on. And then we have this big, huge sticker. It looks like, yeah, it's obvious from the picture. This sticker's big enough that the detail in the instructions, even with my blurry vision, I can still see what this sticker is doing. So let's gotta make sure it's all the way on the piece. That's what that sticker is. It just says SV. And that goes above the back window area like that. And so that's what the back of the car looks like with the back windowing section all put together. And now we got to work on the front of the top of the car. Okay, so it looks like this is supposed to go here. And then we have some tiles. And slopes. This is the first car this is the first Speed Champions regularly shaped car that doesn't appear to have seat backs. This can't be comfortable for the driver. That's what the interior of the car looks like. You can see no seat backs. And you can see the seating area is just the two studs you need to seat someone straight up. This doesn't look like a very comfortable car to sit in. Okay, alright, this is an interesting bit of tiling. Interesting. Okay, so we have some details on these tiles, on these two outer side tiles. They're just some lines. They might be some vent or decorative pattern or something. I'm not sure. I just want to make sure they look reasonably even with each other. Because even though they're across the car, they'll both be visible from the front angle. Yeah, so those are the two stickers on the sides there. You can see that venting pattern. I think they're supposed to be vents. I'm not sure. And here's another big sticker. And some more of the pieces that can't decide if they want to be tiles or plates. Half studs, we'll call them. Half studded. And then we have this piece here. And then, yeah, that's the correct sticker. The sticker sheet's almost done. Also, the piece pile is almost used up. We're almost done with the car. But we still have the bag 5 starting gate build. Because 2 of the sets come with starting gates, the other one that does so will be the one on the next stream, the Lamborghini set. My headcanon will be that one's a start gate and one's a finish line. Of course, on the real racing circuit, where they do laps, those are usually the same structure. But for purposes of my race world, we'll pretend that one's the starting line and one's the finish line. That's reasonably straight. We'll stick that here. That's that sticker right there that I just put on. And then there's another slopey piece. And this sticker is supposed to line up with that one, so Let's put it on first. And then there's only 2 stickers left on this sheet. So let's see, this the racing stripe here has to line up. Oh, and I see the black racing streak that's coming off the front hood of the car. This little black racing stripe is in line with a gray racing stripe on the top of the car in the back window area. So yeah, that's what that front hood slope looks like with the racing stripe on it. You can see how it comes out from the other piece. And now we have to put in some, we have to shape the front of the car with some wedging. Okay. And now we have to do an assembly, and we are quickly running out of parts here. I think it means for these 2 parts. Okay. Okay, so we need to put the big Jaguar sticker on this piece. So yeah, it looks like what we're building now is the tail fin assembly. One thing I like about the series is though, even though a lot of the cars have some variant of the tail fin, they pretty much all do them slightly differently. That's still not straight. I want this one to be straight because this is a very prominent and bold printed logo. That's good. So if I put these, yeah. And then we get these, that's cool. We get battle droid arms for the support beams of the tail fin. I don't think I've ever seen the battle droids actually black, though. I don't think they've ever done. If they have done black Star Wars battle droids, it was like a one-off thing because I don't recognize these. And these will clip on to back here like this. And there's what that tail fin looks like with the Jaguar big, bold Jaguar logo. There's only one more sticker on the sheet now. So it looks like this sticker is going to go across the top of this canopy. This canopy. Speed Champions Gen 2 generally prints the canopies, but this was the first year. This car is from the first year of Gen 2 when they were still transitioning. So I guess that's why we have to sticker the windshield. But there we go. There's a Jaguar logo across the windshield. And then we get these two printed tiles here to go across with that racing stripe on them. And there's a gap in the middle. Can I mitigate the gap by putting them this way? It's a little less pronounced if I put them this way. So that's what the canopy looks like with the tiles attached and that gray racing stripe. And if I drop this onto the front of the car like this, it matches up with that sticker we placed earlier. So now I can, with that racing stripe, I can better understand that little gray bit and the color blocking on that back surface. So that's what the top of the car looks like with the canopy attached, and then the side of the car and the front of the car with it all closed up. Wheel time. So let's take these, and these I'll push into the leftovers pile. Alright, same deal as with the other car. I'll put the wheels into the tires, and then I'll go get my wheel covers and pins. Actually, let's do the pins right now so that the pins don't start rolling around on me. Oh, empty sticker sheet. And you know what we do with empty sticker sheets. Alright, we got 4 wheels with our axle pins. Now let's take out the wheel covers. For this car, it looks like we want the pentagram star covers, not the multi-spoke ones. So let's put the extras back in the baggie so I can sort them out during cleanup. Oh, but here's the tricky thing. These are double-spoked pentagrams, so I actually have to pay attention. I didn't even realize that at first. So let's see, that's clear. That's one of the ones. That's one of the ones. That's one of the ones. And this one looks different. The two patterns are similar enough that it was a little confusing looking at them for a few moments. Let me make sure that these all match. Yeah, I think we're good to go. I'll put those away to sort out later, and I'll start putting the wheel covers on. So if I can get the light to hit it, that's what this wheel pattern looks like. It's the 5-pointed wheels that are common on Speed Champions, but with double spoked instead of single spoked like most of the 5-pointed wheels are. So let's get the rest of these wheel covers and wheels attached to the car. And we will be done with cars, but we're not done for the stream, because we still have to build the scenery. I'm not used to doing scenery on a Speed Champions. Speed Champions Gen 1 was all about racing scenes. Because the cars were smaller, most of the sets had a side build or some scenery. But in Gen 2, when they made the cars bigger and more detailed, the focus became on the cars themselves more than the actual racing scenes. So when that happened, they stopped doing scenery, which is a good choice because it allows the parts budget to all go into the cars themselves. So yeah, we have finished the Jaguar iPace eTrophy from the side, from the top, front, and back. And I'll raise the tail fin a little more. Not too much more. Just enough you can see the stickers on the back. Yeah, so I'm going to set this aside. We need that other sticker sheet back out. And I'm going to pull out bag 5. And I'm just making a mess of things right now. Alright. So, sorry. Bag 5 is, of course, the gate. It doesn't look like that. It doesn't look like the gate is terribly parts intensive. In fact, there's only about 10 pages of instructions for the gate. So we should be able to breeze through this and finish stream at just over the 3-hour mark. We're less than 10 minutes shy of the 3-hour mark, so we're not going to finish in less than three hours. And the Lamborghini 2-pack, which comes with the other starting gate, that one has an oversized vehicle in it, or a slightly oversized vehicle, which is going to be a more substantial build. So that stream could possibly go to 3.5 or 4 hours. We'll see how these last few 2-packs turn out, but for now, let's go ahead and get this built up. So yeah, this is definitely not parts intensive. We're not going to take long with this at all. Okay. All right, what's going on here? We got some of the axle pins, I see. Okay, that goes there. And if I slide this in here, should be able to push these pins in, and this piece is held in place. And then we have another section like that, but with a green light instead of a yellow light. And another tile. And this goes onto this pin like this. And let me guess, yeah, red light. And I'll go on this side of the pin. And then this assembly. And the other set actually has a slightly different structure for the starter gate, which is cool because even though they came out the same year, they gave us two different structures. So that's pretty cool how they didn't make them exactly the same, because that could have been boring. Alright, we gotta get another little 1x1 brick here. And then this brick goes along here like this. And of course the other brick, just because it's not secured yet, it just had to yeet itself off. So let's get that fixed up real quick. I'm not going to show off anything until we put something here to secure these bricks, because right now this whole structure is unstable. You saw what just happened. We need the next layer to secure this assembly. Okay, so this is going to begin to secure the assembly. We have 2 stickers here. Okay, and these are the stickers that were left over from the first car. I want these to look straight because these look cool. So this will go on first. This is what the sticker looks like. I'm gonna stick it on here, and that secures that portion of the assembly. Let me put the other sticker on this tile for the other side, and then we still have looks like a little bit more tiling to do in the middle of the structure before we move on to the next step. That sticker's the same, which is why I didn't really show it off. But those 2 tiles are on. Empty sticker sheet. And so now what's going on with the rest of this? Okay, we have the grill tiles, it looks like. And with the yellow light on each side. Same on the other side. And now we have another assembly to do real quick. And we hit in about half a minute, we'll be at the 3-hour mark. Okay. Gotta make sure we're including all the pieces that the instructions wants us to put on. Okay, I want to make sure that this part lines up correctly, centered properly. There we go. So yeah, we just put on this little housing for the lights. Okay, so it looks like the lights is actually a play feature because it wants us to take this. It wants us to make a little pin here and push the pin through here, holding the lights up. Interesting. So as you pull the pin out, it'll drop the lights one by one. Red, then yellow. I put the pin in wrongly, it looks like. Well, it says to put them in from this direction. So if you drop them, if you drop the lights, okay. The red one stuck. That's why it didn't come out. Yellow's floppy, green's floppy. Why isn't red floppy? Alright. So now, we'll put the pin in and I'll demonstrate after alright. So we have the starting gate, right? And we pull the pin and it drops. It still didn't drop the red light. If I shake it, does the red light come loose? No, not really. So yeah, I have to get in there and try and fix the mechanism for the red light real quick. But we know what the pin is for, at least at this point. Okay, I think I got it this time. So the pin goes across, securing the lights in the gate. And then the red light still didn't drop, even though I made sure it was floppy. There it goes. Red light, yellow light, and then green light. That's a cool play feature. Now let's finish up this, let's finish up the gate. I'm going to play with the red light off camera to try and make that a little more floppity. But for right now, I need to focus on trying to finish this build. So we'll take these little axle pieces. These are the axles with the stopper on the end. So we just push them in from the back, like that. And now we have a 2x assembly here. And then it gets this little tile at the top. And then we have to make one more of those support beams. And then it looks like these. Alright, so if we're putting them in like this, and then this comes down like this, and we drop these axles into the support beams and secure this whole starting gate in its upright position. And so now, does it work? Yeah, the red light flopped out that time. It's the green light that got stuck that time. So now we're gonna reset the play feature. So here's the starting gate. And we're done with the instructions. So let me go ahead and turn off the browser. And we will take final looks and see if there's anyone to raid. Take final looks and see if there's... Alright, so starting gate. We pull the pin. And I did hear all 3 lights drop from that angle. From the angle we're at, though, you couldn't see that. That's alright. I'll reset this because you couldn't see it anyway. I'll hold it up so you can see me drop the lights one more time. And then we will. The first light didn't come down again. I'll have to figure that out. But yeah, that's what it looks like with the lights extended. And I'll just stick the pin back in for now so that I don't lose track of it. So there's the lights. And if I put this down, you can't see the lights anyway. Well, maybe there was one spot around the middle of the table you could kind of see the lights. And we will take the cars, our Jaguar Panasonic Formula E, once again. And our Jaguar iPace eTrophy. Tail fin does not look all the way even. That's alright. Should be okay. You know, let's put this at a slight angle because the cars are trying to roll off the table. So the table might not actually be even right now. So let's position them like this. We'll position the gate a little bit behind them, like this. Let's go ahead and give them their equipment. Wrench and helmet to stand at attention, like all the other drivers in my garage. Let's see. Formula E driver, armed up and ready to go. And let's see. There's like next to nobody on right now. It's late night on a Friday, so wow, it's 3:30 in the morning. Yeah, my usual. Usually, I have a couple of European streamers who come around at about 3 o'clock in the morning, but I haven't seen some of them in a while. So looks like our raid is gonna be. We have Captain Jen E, who's the ventriloquist singer, or we have John Lee, who's our standard late night go-to. So let me make sure. Let me take a look. One more look at the pace car driver. We'll set all the spare parts off to the side. And we have a nice little exit scene going, but let's move them in because they're off camera. And if I just reach over to the keyboard, I can set up my raid. I'm not sure if my keyboard's going to end up in this. Doesn't look like I got the keyboard in the shot, which is good. I should just be able to reach around it to type in the raid. So let me set up this raid real quick. Let me open this other stream and make sure, because if their stream is at the 3-hour mark, John Lee sometimes goes all night, but if we always raid him. So if I can raid Captain Jenny, if her stream time is less than a couple hours, because I don't like raiding if they've been on for a very long time. Oh, it looks like she's just starting. Let me make sure though that they've started. Meanwhile, while I wait for this ad to pass. So yeah, this scene actually looks a little more complete with the starting gate. I don't think I'll be able to display it. It doesn't really fit into any of my displays. What I may do is, after I build the Lamborghini 2-pack next week, or whenever I do it, might be a few days, might be next week, whenever I get to it. When I build that set, maybe I'll see which starting line I like better and display that one with the dragster, but I think the starting lines are going to end up in my storage box, even though they look cool, at least for now, until I can rearrange displays and make more display room. Maybe I can adapt them to something useful for some of my city displays. That's a possibility. And the ad froze. So I have no idea if what's going on with this stream. Let me try this again. Alright, so I need to see if this stream is a viable raid before I start. Because the last time I did a Speed Champions 2 pack, the channel I raided into ended stream right as I raided. And I mean, they were online, I typed the raid, I went on the raid, and the channel was gone. So they quit while I was typing the raid. So I want to make sure that's not going to happen tonight. But the ad froze again. If this streamer is having connection issues, we're just going to go to John Lee because I don't want to waste 5 minutes trying to get a stream to work if it doesn't want to work. And usually when ads freeze, it means that the host stream is having connection issues. Share stream anyway. Okay, let me make sure John Lee is working. I don't usually have technical issues going to his stream, but I want to make sure he's there and he's not in a break. So yeah, this was fun having a starting line. Yeah, he's definitely there in stream, and he's only been going a little under 2.5 hours, which is pretty short for his late night streams.
On Tuesday, yeah, you should come. You should come.
I haven't even rated. Yeah, all right. Let's go ahead and raid John Lee tonight. Let me set that up real quick. All right, the raid has been set up. Take your last look at my cars. Okay, somebody did chat with me just a moment ago. Chevsky, thank you for the chat. We're about to raid out, but I have a few more 2-packs left before I finish the Speed Champions series. If you want to see the rest of my Speed Champions cars that I've already done, there is a series on there's a playlist on my YouTube channel of the same name. I upload all my past streams to the YouTube. So if you want to see that, just go over to YouTube. Anyway, it's been fun. It's late. Have a good night. A moment ago. Chevsky, thank you. The Speed Champion series. There's a playlist on my. So if you want to see that, have a good night.
You know, I slapped you with a sword lately. Uncle Evie, welcome in. Thanks for the raid. How's it going? You haven't deserved it lately. Did you use the timeout, little bird? I can't find I Hate Everyone by Ordinary People.